Guys, I'm going to show you how to kind of write your body paragraphs and how to get started on your argument. So I'm going to email you guys this link. I'm also going to provide it on Buzz just to give you an idea, especially for those who are not here in person. So I'm taking the topic I'm taking is video games, and I'm writing that video games help teens. And I am saying that they help teens as a stress reliever. They improve kids' learning, and they can get you scholarships. So I'm going to write my first body paragraph here. Actually, I need to share my screen. Sorry. So share my screen as I do this. So what I want you to do today, today's Friday the 26th. I am taking this up until Sunday. What you'll need to do is you'll need to turn in 2 body paragraphs. Remember, I'm requiring 6 for this essay, so it doesn't have to be introduction, it doesn't have to be your conclusion or your counterclaim, just 2 body paragraphs so that I know that you started on your working on it. So I'm gonna start with this. Video games. I'm just gonna put my claim up above because it will help. Video games help teens improve learning as a stress reliever and provide opportunities like scholarships. Okay. So that's my claim. That's going to be in my first paragraph towards the end. In your introduction, you'll have some background knowledge like video games are this, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end is where you'll put your claim. So then you're going to start your next paragraph. I'm going to tab in. And my first one is, I've said here's a stress reliever. So I'm going to restate my claim kind of. Video games help teens improve their learning. Okay. I'm not going to put skills. It's autocorrect to skills. And then I'm going to go in, and this is where I need to find some facts. So after I put that statement, that's my statement. That's what I'm going to argue about in this paragraph. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to read through some of these. So it says, this might apply. So it actually helps people with better vision. So it says here, researchers from University of Rochester, which is in Minnesota, found people who spent 30 hours training on action games a month, spotted targets a clustered screen 80% of the time. Non-gamers managed this only 30% of the time. And it says here, Allstate, currently trailing video games for older drivers, has found that game software can improve visual important skills for safe driving. So I'm going to use that quote, and what I'm going to do is I do not need to rewrite the book. What I'm going to do, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to do something. Anyways, I'm going to just copy this, and I'm going to say this website is according to the Reader's Digest. So I'm going to say according to the Reader's Digest. And it's very important whenever you do put a quote in, you're going to make sure that you put it directly in right there. And you see how it changed my format. At the end, I may go in and just change the format altogether. And I'm also going to make sure that I list this website. So what I'm going to do, since I know I'm using a quote from this, is I'm going to copy this and just put it down at the bottom. When I put it down at the bottom, I know that that's going to be one of my sources. So I'm going to use that later. It doesn't even have to be on this page. I can move it if it bothers me. So now that I have this quote in here, I'm going to need to explain the quote. So I want you to find a quote, explain it. Find a quote, explain it. You should have at least 2 quotes per each paragraph. Now, do I want you to do it word for word? Yeah, kind of, because it's easier that way. So I said all that quote. So now I need to explain the quote. How does that, whatever the quote is, you need to explain how it connects back to your claim. So this shows that video games can help even older learners by teaching them or improving a skill. Then I may say in order learn, and even older learners by teaching them or improving a skill. Another example, I'm a caps lock person, it's annoying. Another example would be, and then I need to go find it. It says brain booster right here. They found that players who play video games 2 or more hours a week were 25% faster. And what are they talking about? They're talking about surgeons. So surgeons who play video games were able to make less errors. So we can put that there. We could also go through and find some other ones. Another great website is this pro-con website. Anything that say pro-con are gonna be great. So here it tells you studies have found that video games can improve learning. When video games have been used in the classroom, teachers see improved test scores. Games also allow students to learn and apply what they have learned in real life situations. So I wouldn't want to put that whole quote in there, but I could summarize it. So in my essay so far, I have another example would be how teachers use video games to help students learn. For example, and I may want to find an example, so I might just go to Google, teachers who use video games in the classroom. And what I'm going to do is 7 ways to integrate your classroom. I know that they have this thing called Classcraft. Some of you might have used it. It was like it's like a kind of like Class Dojo. And it's like they become this thing. It's like this huge thing. It's kind of like World of Warcraft, but for teaching. Game. Okay, so let's see here. And part of this is going to be spending time reading. Okay, so this is an abstract. We can't really see it because we don't want to pay for it because I'm cheap. This lady used video games to teach about World War II. That's cool. You know, like I think it's the new. It's not Call of Duty. Is it Call of Duty? I don't know. One of the ones features like World War II, and so it's like super cool because like it teaches you stuff. So I would find an example on here. I don't want to spend the whole time of this video doing that, but I would find another example here. For example, Classcraft. I would capitalize that because it's a name. Classcraft has been used to encourage students to stay on task and help with classroom management. So if you don't know, Classcraft is a prime example of stuff. I would need to probably make sure, since I know that, I would probably still need to make sure that I have a fact on that. So I would use this Classcraft website. Every time you use a website, you want to make sure you put it down here, and then you can go through and make a source page eventually, probably not this week, the week after. And then at the end, before you turn this in, make sure go through and change your font so that everything's the same. I don't care too much as long as it's like a readable font. Whatever. I'm not going to be super harsh on this. The other thing is you want to make sure the text color is the same, so I make mine all black. I'm going to change my font, make sure everything's size 12 font, which is what I expect. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to collect all this. I'm going to go down here to line spacing. I'm making my line spacing double. Okay. Today, what I expect you to do is do this for 2 paragraphs. So you're finding facts on your topic, facts about your subtopic, and then explaining those facts and connecting them to them. So I would need to, so I said another example is how video games help students learn. I don't know why I have this sentence. This is stupid. See, like y'all, when you read your stuff out loud, you catch so many things. For another example, I should say, video games can also encourage learning and help kids stay focused. For example, Classcraft has been used to encourage students. Okay, so then this shows the benefits of video games and education. Okay. All right, so as you see, this is how I wrote my body paragraph. Every time you have a fact, you need to explain it. So it should go statement, what your claim is. So video games help teens improve their learning. Or the next paragraph would be video games help teens as a stress reliever. I'm going to find a fact about that. and then I'm going to explain that fact. I'm going to find a fact about it. I'm going to explain that fact. Fact, explain. Fact, explain. And then make sure that you record your websites. Down here, you can tell earlier from this, I did according to Reader's Digest. I can italicize that. I can underline it, whatever I need to do, because that's going to be my source. And make sure that any quotes that you use, you do put them in quotes. I will be checking all yours. The last thing is you want to make sure that you have a title. So mine is Pittman Sample Argumentative. And it's over video games. Good. And then make sure to hit that blue button and share it with me. Let me know if you have any ideas or if you have any thing you want to do. These end of these videos are always the worst. I hope you guys have a great day. Please let me know if you have any questions. Again, the full essays are due March the 4th, even if you're virtual. So please make sure you get those done. Have a great day, guys.